And it obviously. And there we are. Hi, my lovelies. It's Kirby Lexi. This is my first live actually. So I've never really done that before, but I thought it would be nice that we could have a real conversation in live today and change a bit the type of topic, because obviously I did speak to you a lot in the past and share my stories and my experience with my plus size, me being plus size obviously, and my overweight. But we never really had the time to converse properly, so I thought it would be the good opportunity to start talking to you guys. So this is my first today and hopefully not my last, but I'm definitely counting on you to give a bit of entertainment to this conversation and definitely something to work with. So, well, this is my, as I say, as my first live. I'm a bit stressed, to be honest with you, but hey, cheers to you. I came with my drink, so at least I was just wanted to be sure that I could have something to help me talk and ensure that I have the right conversation for you. So this is me and my Aperol Spritz. I just came back from Venice last night, so I'm into the Italian drinks at the moment. So cheers to you. But moving on the topic, what I wanted to discuss with you today is about basically kind of self-confidence between self versus self-improvement. What I wanted to talk basically is how do I reach the level of self-confidence that I want to have. It's about, it's very basic as a topic, but it's something that most of us women had to go through in our life, whether we were bigger, not as big, thin, athletic, or whatever. But before you reach that level of just being very confident within yourself, there's so much going on and so much that has happened before that. So you don't really want to end up being the one that don't trust yourself, especially on the self-confidence level, because it's so important. And especially nowadays where everything is social, where everything brings to a level of knowledge, and where you have to be the best of yourself, you need to be at the best of your game all the time. So it doesn't really matter how you look like, but the most important is which type of way you're showing yourself to the world and to yourself, most importantly. So what I was wondering, or what I wanted to discuss really, is what is the best way to reach that self-confidence level. So I wanted to be the one sharing my story with you guys, because obviously lots of you have been following me for a while, between this page, my Facebook page, and my Instagram, that has developed pretty well over the past few months at least. And I thought that your stories could help me also complementing myself, because we do learn every day, and I guess that everyone's success becomes your success too, when you know that you've been there to have the person praise that person and also give her the confidence necessary to reach the level where he or she is. And to my level today, at least, if I am where I am today, it's definitely thanks to you guys, and thanks to my loved one obviously, and the ones that I have next to me every day and help me through that. But also thanks to all the people that have been following me for the past few months, not to say almost 2 years, and made me gain confidence every day more and more. So what do I learn, at least from that? As I say, I come from a very, very difficult journey. I didn't really have a very good relationship with my weight. I've never been like the type of girl that had issues at school because of this, or like people was making fun of me, or no, nothing like that. I got lucky for this, but on the other side, there was still a kind of pain within me that was always there, and it was a bit difficult. I come from a very lovely place, French Riviera, but also a very superficial one, where there's been like a kind of a constant competition to become the best person, the one that looks the best, the one that has the most success and everything. And that was kind of difficult, because you never reach a level where you feel like you are accepted enough for who you are. You always feel the need to do more. Never stop showing more, never stop like having to be more of someone that you're not even yourself sometimes, because people just are happy about the way you look but not the way you feel. So it's very, very difficult place to come from. I kind of tried hard, I guess. Hey, hi Nubian Prince, thanks for at least being my first message tonight and for stopping by. So is that something that you would like to me to talk about? Oh, even Prince is gone already. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, yes, school was okay, people were okay, and I guess I kind of was pretty popular. But as much as I always managed to always have like kind of a confidence within school and friends, etc., I always had kind of an issue though in regards of relationship, and they have been at least a big part of the reason why I've not been very confident about myself. So how did I reach self-confidence? By finding probably the right people around me and give up on the ones that have put me down more than anything. So meaning that I went from the worst type of relationships, like the one where you will almost be feeling like a donkey with a carrot, you know, lose 3 kilos and you will get a gift, you know, this type of things, which I hope for you didn't go through that. But if you did, this is something that is very diminishing your self-confidence. It was kind of like a competition with myself. If I lose weight, I will gain his affection or stuff like that, and that was pretty unfair to me. And that's the way I started in life, or at least in relationship life. And because of this, that did kind of how can I say that, that kind of created a path of choosing the wrong relationship for a while for myself. So nowadays we are in a society that all the time needs you to look a certain way. So the way you choose yourself to look like, the way you choose the people to be around you, it's like everything matters all the time. You have those blogs, those Facebook, those Instagram, and everything around. We are spending our time showing ourselves to the world, kind of. Even if we didn't want to show ourselves anymore, whether you like it or not, you always end up being on the social media. And it's kind of like this is kind of virtual society we're living in, where most of us always have to show what our lives look like, how you need to look better than the one that you were before, or better than your friends that you met at school, or better than the one who just went through the worst in our life, which is really not cool. But we are always here to show off, and lately that has not helped at all. I do think that if nowadays there are so many girls or so many women who have a lot to feel like they need to accept themselves for, the social media really didn't have that part. It's about always reaching this constant confidence about where am I going to become the best of myself. So how do you build yourself? What do you do to make yourself better? There's a lot of question ongoing for that. Do I really think that I am confident with myself, or do I think that others should accept me the way I am? Or does it mean that all the time you have to fight this person in you to be sure that you will be very confident? Well, I think it's a long-term fight. For my part, at least, I think I'm fighting kind of all the time about it, between that part of me that would love to be lazy at home, watch my series and don't do much, and that other part of me that always need to kick myself in the ass and be sure that I'll always move and get better and improve and develop my pages and everything I've been doing and come up with a goal, because that plus H page has been my goal for the past almost 2 years now. So there's a lot going on, I guess, for every single woman to be at the best of themselves. And that can be for men too. I'm sorry, actually, I didn't include men, but I guess it's the same for all of us. But what is the most important is, what is the thing that you need to do to be sure that you reach your level of self-acceptance. If for some of you it's a diet, then it's a diet. It has to be. If for some of you it's about going back to the gym, then do so. If for some of you it's even the contrary, maybe it can be eating, actually, so we never know. But you will always have to go into some very uncomfortable places to be sure that you reach the next level of your life. And I think that's what we need to remember the most, actually, from this today, is if you want to gain self-confidence, you will have to go to places where you really don't feel comfortable at times to be sure that you can reach the next level. This is actually what I had to go through, and many times. And I have sometimes to praise my husband for that, because he's constantly challenging me. And believe me, I'm the first one actually to come with no before I put a yes after that. But at the end, when I look back and when I see where I am now compared to where I was 4 years ago, even when I met him, I actually I am pretty impressed with myself, and I think that it will be it's not a way to boast off or to praise myself for no reason. But if I choose where I was 4 years ago and where I am now, there is nothing the same. I'm still big, that has not changed, but I'm big with confidence, and I think that's the most important. 4 years ago, when I met my husband, I was in a very, very difficult place. I was professionally very ambitious, but personally very poor. I was always dressed in leggings, never taking care of myself. That well, I was taking care of myself, but very little compared to now. I was not enjoying getting dressed. I was not enjoying much actually. Everything was seen as an attack, even though today I'm still not very good with that part. But yeah, I think that every single thing that I was doing was more against myself than for myself. My health, my self education between like me and my weight, as I say, over the past 4 years. There's never anything that has happened in regards of the scale, unfortunately, but so much that has changed in regards of my body, the way I look, the way how my face is less puffy, or how my skin is less greasy. For example, I have my hair grown back to how they looked like, whereas that they were becoming almost very thin because I was not taking care of myself properly. All of that changed for the one simple reason. I'm not going to say that my husband is responsible of everything, but the fact that he has challenged me so much actually to be a different person has made me going to places that I never thought I would go. And I think that self acceptance is that way. It's like looking on a website and buying clothes that you never thought that you would wear, trying things that you would think that you can't fit in, and at the end you end up finding a good surprise. Just gonna give you like a very, very simple example. I stopped going to Zara when I was 20 or something like this, like 20, 23 or something like that, because their clothes was not fitting me. So I kind of like decided that I was basically too big to fit into Zara clothes. So I've been doing that for 10 years, not buying anything, not going to the shop, and actually went back to for the first time about 2 days ago. And my husband forced me to try some clothes on, which I didn't think would fit me. And I actually noticed that it was better than what I thought. So this is just very, very little example about gaining confidence, about finding yourself where you should be. But at the end, always being blocked by that fear to never reach the next level. So it's about you. It's about knowing which type of person you want to be on the long term. So what do you do normally? Do you take like notes? Do you write some bullet points? Like, I don't know, lose 10 kilos by the end of the year, or be more admired by my partner, be more admired by people at work. I don't know, that can be thousands of things to make you reach that kind of self-confidence level. I've never been like really worried for the work part, to be honest, because this is kind of my safe haven. That's where I kind of feel good and where I know that I'm succeeding. But in my personal life, I am so different than what I am at work, and I wish sometimes I could be just as equal on both sides, because I think that I will reach my perfect level of self-confidence. But the one that you don't have automatically and the one that doesn't come perfectly, well, is the one that you need to work on. So every day is a constant fight, a constant obstacle that you need to go through, and constant way to make you grow, just to be sure that you reach that level of saying, yeah, I'm confident, I am good, I am a good wife, I am a good person at home, I am a good worker, I'm a good manager also, and I am also a good plus size woman that every day is trying to show example to other plus size women on how to improve themselves every day and how to be the best of themselves. So I am, yeah, I've been trying a lot of different things, whereas that it was about clothing, as I mentioned the other day. It can be about competitions. I actually registered myself for the Mrs. British plus size curves, and I actually got selected. So the contest, the pageant will take place in August. So now I have like 8 months to work on it and like improve, especially on my health and my body, on a few like few part of my curves, let's say that this way. But yeah, as I say, it's a lot of things that were not easy for me, that I am doing every day just to be sure that the next time I will grow bigger from that. Just even me talking to you live tonight is actually something so, yeah, something that I would never thought that I would be doing one of these days, because I'm actually pretty much freaking out with the camera, and I used to be so scared. I can remember the first day that I put myself on that camera, and you would have seen me. I was acting like a headless chicken, and my husband was kind of making fun of me for that. So, but now I'm here and actually reached 100,000 views the other day, and just this is again another way to prove that you can be way more confident and really reach that self-confidence by actually going through self-improvement. I don't think that one can go without the other. I think that would be very unfair to say that you can always reach self-confidence without doing anything. Some people are born naturally this way, and it's good for them. Honestly, I love those overconfident people that never think for a minute that they're wrong about things, and God knows sometimes that can be very annoying, but my God, this is so good. I am absolutely the contrary of that. I am always like thinking about what I could have done different, about if it was right enough, if that was okay, or if I could do something better. But each of us is different. The most important is that at the end we reach what we think was right for ourselves, at least. So self-improvement, yes, all the time. Self-improvement is just about being sure that you're not setting at the right place and always think that you will always stay there, because this is like where your safe haven is and where you have to stay. Why? Because, well, my husband and I kind of have that policy at home, is if at the end of 1 year you are exactly at the same level that you were last year at the same year, then nothing happened. Then it wasn't a good year. You shouldn't consider that at the end of 1 year passing, you should be exactly at the same level as what you were last year at the same time. Every single year, or maybe 2 years, I don't know, but every single year should be the proof that something has moved on in your life, and that you have shown yourself differently, and that you have grown bigger, and that you have grown stronger, and that you are even more confident than you were the way before. Are people supposed to accept you the way you are? Yeah, okay, part of it. Yes, obviously, we all want to be accepted for who we are, and we all want to show ourselves in our best way. I think that's very important for that. But do people automatically have to appreciate us the way we are? I don't know. Honestly, sometimes I don't. I know that, as I say, I come through a lot of trauma about relationships and people that were not accepting me the way I was. And that was very difficult, because instead of helping me grow, it actually left me back into a very bad place where I really had issues to grow back out of it and just get better for myself. But at the same time, if we always stay stuck to the same level, how do you expect a person to love you for like 40 years to come? That's what I kind of wonder sometimes, and that's why I think that self-improvement is constant. Though self-confidence is something that you reach at a certain level, self-improvement is something that you have to do all the time. Do I ask my husband to go to the gym every 2 days? No, I don't ask him. Do I ask him that he has to look perfect for me? I don't ask him, but do I expect him to do it? And do I expect him to look at his best? Yes, I kind of do. Does he expect me to look at the same level that I was when he met me 4 years ago? Definitely not. Does sometimes I take it wrong when he tell me that I should start taking care of myself even better and have to go back to the gym more often and get a better diet? I get upset all the time. I'm a woman, people, believe me, I am upset when I hear this type of things. And yes, and like all men, I guess he has that way of saying it that makes me more stuck into my head, like, why is he saying that, than just saying like, well, he wants my good. So people, it's not about what you can do, it's how you do it. It's how you're proving every day that you're gonna get better, how you're proving to your people that you are not the same person because you want to be at the best. The more you show confidence, the more you get it. The more it just looks so natural that you can't even remember the last time that you were not confident. I've been that girl. I've been that girl that didn't want to take pictures, that girl that didn't want to smile on a picture. Believe me, I can show you thousands of pictures of me where I'm just like doing that face. and I don't move and I don't look happy. And I've been that same girl with 40 kilos last 10 years ago that was still looking very unhappy, like big, but hey, sorry, sweetest scene. That's my friend, this one, but hey Emma. But yeah, I mean that I've been that girl. I am still that girl sometimes. Deep inside me, believe me, I am that girl every day that always need to be kicked to be the best of the self-acceptance of myself, of the one I want to become, and I'm always fighting for that all the time. But you have to fight too. You cannot expect that things will come easy, that things will come in one day, that things will just be given into a silver spoon and you just have to eat from it and it will come like that. That's not the case. Every day is a fight. It's up to you to want to take it or to give it up on it. But believe me, if I have to see today how I feel compared to what I used to be, then I will go again. I will go through it again 10,000 times. I think that sometimes there's no words you can put on that. It's tough. Believe me, I shout a lot. I cried a lot also. But at the end, this channel is kind of like the level of completion of what has happened for the past 2 years. My Instagram is definitely something that has shown how much I work hard for things. Everything, every single thing is a proof of what was not existing before and now today is a success. And if in 8 months from now, hopefully I can win that Mrs. British Beauty Curves, then I will be an even greater person because I would have worked really hard for it. So I don't have the perfect example for you. I do not have the perfect advice. But what I can tell you is that wherever you are, whatever you want to be, and really no matter how you look like, the most important for you is to be the best person that you want to be. And for that, you will have sometimes to take very hard decision at yourself. Strong decision, accepted to be kicked, accepted to have some people in front of you that sometimes will not say with really nice stuff, and that's part of the game. Sometimes you will have to hear criticism, and I hate being criticized, believe me, I'm such a pain for that. But you will have to take it on board, because without this you will never get better. So take the best of everyone, take what everyone has to bring from you. Thanks Em for the nice messages, by the way. I'm really happy. I need to keep preaching that more often. Actually, you need to listen to the people, because the people who love you will always want to bring the best of you, and that's the most important. So my lovelies, I guess that was all for today. I actually very much appreciate that you took the time to come and visit, and I hope that you will share your own experiences, because as I say, this is mine, and mine is not automatically the easiest, and some of you may have some even harder decision that you had to take in your life to reach the best of yourself. So please share, please tell me what you can do, what you have done even to make it better, where you're reaching now, where you come from, and all of that, because I think it's so important to share between us and makes ourselves better. Don't forget to come on my Instagram. Don't forget to actually follow me, because that's how we get to know each other, and that's how we start like discussing and chatting, and give ourselves like new opportunities and even some nice words sometimes when days are hard. It's so important to be able to actually chat together and be able to give ourselves some advice between women and even men actually also, because most times actually the best gifts and opinions and I had actually were coming from men even more than women. So I think that your voice is also very praised, gentlemen. So feel free to come and share and come on my page. So I guess that's it for today, people, but I just would like to wish you a lovely evening. Thank you for listening to me, and if you have some other ideas of topic or live topics that I can do anytime soon, feel free to let me know, and I'm definitely happy to work on that. So you take care. This is Curvy Lexi again today, and I would like to wish you a lovely Sunday, a lovely evening, and I speak to you very soon. Au revoir.